How do wedding invitations set the tone of a wedding? Wedding invitations are one of the best ways to set the tone of any wedding. This is because the bride and groom may have little contact with some of their wedding guests prior to the wedding, since many wedding guests are distant family or family friends that may not be an immediate force in their lives. This makes it imperative that the bride and groom use the wedding invitations to set the tone for the wedding. When the time comes for the bride and groom to choose wedding invitations, it is necessary that they already have their wedding color scheme and tone set for the wedding. This can be anything from a simple color scheme to something as elaborate as a beach theme wedding or a winter theme wedding. This can all be conveyed to the guests by choosing the right wedding invitations. The guests will know the proper etiquette and attire required at the wedding after receiving the wedding invitations. This means that if an invitation is formal and elegant, that wedding guests can expect a formal and elegant affair. In this case, they would recognize the necessity to dress formally. If the wedding invitations are casual or delineate a specific theme, then the guests will realize that the dress requirements will be less strict and more comfortable. There is little that is less embarrassing than being overdressed or underdressed at such an important occasion. All eyes should be on the bride and groom and not the woman in a ball gown at the beach theme wedding. If the bride and groom choose to do so, they can physically include the proper dress requirements at the bottom of the wedding invitations. Wedding invitations convey all of this information to the wedding guests when the bride and groom choose them properly. This means choosing the right cardstock as well as the right font and lettering style. An expensive wedding invitation that is written in an elaborate script will tell guests that the wedding will be an elaborate affair. A cheaper invitation will indicate that the wedding is going to be more casual. This means that the bride and groom should not try to shave their budget by purchasing cheaper wedding invitations. The wording of the wedding invitations is one of the biggest indications of the tone of the wedding. There are several ways to choose wedding invitation wording. Most invitation retailers will have examples of popular wording. These can be used as is or mixed and matched to fit the bride and groom's style. The bride and groom also have the ability to write their own wedding invitation wording in order to personalize their wedding invitations. The bride and groom need to consider all of this information carefully when choosing the perfect wedding invitations. It is crucial that their guests have all of the necessary information, including what to expect from the wedding event itself. This will help them to prepare for the wedding, including their attire, a proper gift, and expected etiquette.